What happens if all the illegal immigrants leave USA? If all the illegal immigrants were to leave the United States, the impact would be significant across various sectors of the economy, society, and the government. Here is the breakdown of potential consequences. Number one, the economic impact. Labor shortages. Many industries rely heavily on undocumented workers, including agriculture, construction, hospitality, and food services. These sectors could face severe labor shortages as illegal immigrants often take jobs that are hard to fill with the US citizens due to lower wages or harsh conditions. Higher prices. With fewer workers in agriculture and production, the cost of goods, particularly food, could rise due to reduced supply and increased labor costs for hiring legal workers. Reduced GDP. Studies estimate the undocumented immigrants contribute hundreds of billions of dollars to the US GDP annually. The departure could cause noticeable economic contraction. Number two, social and demographic effects. Population decline. The US population would shrink, particularly in immigrant heavy areas, affecting local economies, schools, and housing markets. Community disruption. Many families include both legal residents and undocumented members. Mass departures could split families and destabilize communities, especially those with high immigrant populations. Number three, government finances. The loss of tax revenue. Many illegal immigrants pay taxes, including income, sales, and property taxes. Their departure would reduce tax revenue, potentially affecting public services, and reduce strain on public services. Conversely, government spends on services like emergency healthcare and education for undocumented immigrants would decrease, though these costs are often overstated in comparison to the tax contributions. Number four, cultural impacts. The US, known for its diversity, would experience a cultural shift. Immigrants contribute to cultural richness of the country through tradition, food, and arts. Their absence would rather alter cultural fabric. Number five, political repercussions. The debate around immigration policy would shift, potentially leading to US in how US handles future migration. Politically, it could influence elections as immigrant communities often advocate for the policies affecting their families. Now let's talk about advantages of sending off illegal immigrants. If all the illegal immigrants, to leave the United States, there could be some perceived advantages from certain perspectives, though this would likely to come in some significant trade-offs. The first one is reduced competition for jobs. Some US citizens and legal residents, particularly those in low-skilled sectors, may face less competition for certain jobs. And many of these jobs are in industries like agriculture and hospitalities that US citizens often avoid due to low pay or harsh conditions. Number two, lower strain on public resources. Healthcare and education. Some argue that public services such as health care emergencies, schools, and welfare programs might experience less demand. And most undocumented immigrants are ineligible for federal welfare programs and their tax contribution often offset their local services. Number three, improved law enforcement efficiency. Focusing on criminal activities, law enforcement agencies might have fewer undocumented cases to manage and could allocate more resources to other priorities. Removing millions of the people would require massive enforcement efforts, potentially straining resources in the short term but having benefits in the long term. Number four, perceived national security gains. With fewer undocumented immigrants, some people feel that countries' borders are more secure, and many illegal immigrants enter legally and overstay their visas. So border security alone would not address all the concerns, but it can reduce the security concerns of the country. Number five, compliance with immigration laws. Enforcing immigration laws and having fewer undocumented individuals could also seen as strengthening respect for the legal system. And for certain groups, the departure of undocumented immigrants might reduce tensions or polarize debates surrounding the immigration policies. So there are advantages and disadvantages. So which side are you on? Are you on the positive side? Do you want illegal immigrants to stay in the US, or you wanted them to leave the US? Please share your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video till then.